She owned a restaurant for, I believe, was 12 to 13 years. She actually did her own restaurant and ran it, which everybody knows a restaurant business is a very difficult business. To be able to run a restaurant successfully for that period of time says she's a very astute businesswoman when it comes to that. She also had some fun time in her life where she actually got to serve as a head chef on some of the big luxury yachts that cruise around. So she had the opportunity to do that. So very interesting background. She was born in Italy, and she was born in Italy, moved to Canada with her family. And she is actually she's kind of a dual purpose person. Not only does she work for iBoomerang, does support them, and then again, iBoomerang is our marketing and branding company. She supports them. She also is our director of business development here at VibeRide, and she's very instrumental in everything that goes on day to day. And for everybody out there, you can imagine there's a lot that goes on to getting a company up and running in the state and get the registrations going and the coordination with the airports. She does a tremendous amount of behind the scenes work. And then at the same time she does that, she also serves just working with our software and everything that happens with everybody in the company. So I am going to bring her on the call right now. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me and welcome Miss Angela Olivito to our call, our Business Development Director for VibeRide. Hello, Angela, how are you today?
Hello, hello,
Okay,
good
so
morning, good afternoon, good evening. No? What?
All right,
What's
Angela, I'm going to turn it over to
today?
you.
Can you hear me?
Are we ready to go?
Yes, we can hear you, Angela.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay,
All right.
great. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Angela.
Yes,
take it
I'm
away.
ready to go. All right, let me just share my page in a minute, but welcome to the call. Welcome to Vibe Nation, and thank you so much, Scott, for the introduction. Kudos to you as well. Scott has been phenomenal in regards to leading the charge with VibeRide as the Executive Vice President. So thank you so much for being there and leading us through this. And of course, you took the words right out of my mouth in regards to everyone that is an intricate part of this company who helps out. Mark, thank you again for saving the day today in regards to the technical side. So we're always working together. We're here as a big family, and we work together and help one another. And thank you so much to everyone, every single team member that Scott has mentioned. And of course, Mr. Holton Buggs, our visionary, our creator, or our fearless leader. And most definitely, we have also Mr. Edwin Haynes, who is an intricate part of the iBoomerang family, and of course, on the VibeRide side as well. So there's a tremendous amount of very talented, skilled, great leaders and team members who bring this all together. So I'm going to move on and go on with this presentation, and thank you for your patience, but it's well worth the wait. So let me just share my screen, and hopefully it will behave for me today. Okay. There we are. So give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. I want to make sure that you can all see that. Okay, all right, perfect. All right, well, again, Vibe Nation, and welcome to VibeRide. Choose your vibe, that's what we call it, and it's an opportunity for you to take your life to the next level. I am always, as you can tell, I'm excited. I'm very excited. And it's really important for you today to really listen. Take your time, get your notebook out, take notes, and really take a listen to this phenomenal opportunity. You want to change your life? This is it. This is it. Okay. Oh, it's working, it's working. Okay, so disclaimer, we have a disclaimer. Why is that? Because VibeRides cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results and earn money. That is up to you. It is your efforts. It is your, if you're working part-time, full-time, it's what you put into it. That's what you get in return. It's like a return in an investment, right? If you invest yourself, whether it's part-time, full-time, weekend warriors, it's your investment into this that will give you the results you need. And so there's no guarantee. Everyone's different. You could be way up here with tremendous success, or you could be mid-level because you're working part-time. So in any case, we don't guarantee any income. So that's why we've got this disclaimer up. Hopefully we'll go to the next page. Come on. Okay. The world has changed right before your eyes. Yes, it has. And actually recently, the last 60 to 90 days have been a tremendous change in our lives, most definitely, right? So we need to really take a look at our lives right now and see what can we do to prepare ourselves for anything moving forward, because you never know. People were taken aback with the situation we're in, and you need to be able to understand and figure out what can I do to be ready for the next time, because there will be a next time. Life is cyclical. Things happen all the time, and you need to prepare yourself. So the world has changed right before our eyes, and here are some of the components that we all have gone through, right? 5 career changes minimum. So you may have changed your career because you wanted more. This is an opportunity right here for more. You may have thought you went to school all these years, if you did go to school, thinking you're gonna, pick a profession and be living that profession every day in and day out, and you come to realize, oh, not really what I wanted to do. Undervalued. You're going to work, and whatever you're doing right now, you just feel like every day you sit back and you go, I'm not feeling valued. Everything I put in, I'm not getting back from where I am. And that's when you start feeling like there's gotta be better, there's gotta be more. And that's why you're here, right? Overworked. Many of us are working tremendous amount of hours and thinking, what can I do? Why is this happening right now? Why am I feeling so overworked? And it creates pressure and tension in your life, right? Underpaid. You may be working, you're overworked, but then you're underpaid. So it creates more challenges, right? And then aged out, you may be aged out. This is one thing about this opportunity. We don't believe in aging out at all, because if you have the will, there is a way. And aging out is not part of those component, a part of a component here with us today. So move on to the next one. Okay, the gig economy. Gig economy, control, independence. That's what we want, right? You want to work smarter and get more done. So a lot of us are working really, really hard, but what you want to do is you want to work smart. And that's what the gig economy has created for us, right? You control your time, you control your efforts, you're controlling the gig, basically, right? And then app-based, we're headed to the app-based economy, right? Creates new and bigger opportunities. There's an app for that. I'm sure you've heard it before, many times before. There's an app for almost everything now, and that's where it's headed. And it's growing like crazy. So your timing is perfect right now. Okay. Why do most people never get ahead of the money curve? Well, it could be who you're hanging around with, who surrounds you every single day, who influences you every day. What are you reading? What are you watching? Those are all things that influence you in some way and maybe keep you back from getting ahead of the money curve, right? Okay, so it's time for you to take control. And this model right here, these 4 quadrants, was created by a gentleman named Robert Kiyosaki, and he created the cash flow quadrant to explain the quadrants and where people sit in certain quadrants in parts of their life. So employee, so here's the E quadrant, which is the employee. You have a job. Your employer controls your time. Your employer controls your wages, your salary. Your boss tells you when to come to work. Your job tells you if you're going to get overtime or not. Your boss tells you when you get to go on vacation. Okay, so this is an employee quadrant where you have a job. Self-employed, you own a job. So, you know, we always strive to do more. And even for myself, I went from employee, getting a great education, thinking that the more educated that I got, the better it was for me to get a job. Well, I mean, it worked for a little while, right? I got a great education, got, you know, all these degrees and all this business management and hotel management and cost controls and operations, all great. It did serve me well when I first became an employee. So it dictated and leveraged the ability to gain money and be in a higher position in corporations. But it was a job. I wasn't in control. I've always had the feeling of there's got to be more to life. There's got to be more. So then I moved over to the self-employed quadrant, which was owning a job and owning a business. Was Scott has mentioned in the restaurant industry. I did that for 17 years. And I thought, man, I am moving up in the world. This is phenomenal. I literally am moving up. I own my own business. This is great. So I thought. So basically the job, like I owned a job, but the business, which I wanted to be into the B quadrant, we'll talk to you about in a second. I was self-employed thinking I was in control, but no, my customers controlled me. I worked 364 and a half days a year. Why? I could have probably worked 365. If my clients dictated that, that's what probably would have happened, because without clients, you don't have a business, right? Okay, so then we move over to the business owner, where you own a system. The system, the job doesn't own you. You own, and that's where I thought I was, but I wasn't. So now we're talking about owning a system. And when you own a system, that's when you start to leverage other people and be in control of your life and start moving ahead. And when you are a business owner and you own a system, it gives you the opportunity to move to the I quadrant as well, all at the same time. Because when you're a business owner, you have more control, and that will give you the leverage you need in order to eventually be an investor where money works for you. Okay, time to take control. And that's what we want to do. This is an opportunity right now for you to really take a listen and say, do you want more control? Do you want more in life? Well, you need to be in control in order to do that. So when you're on the left side, the E and the S, which is the employment and the self-employment aspect on the left, it's called active effort, where you spend too much time on the wrong side of the money curve. This is why it's so difficult to get ahead. You kind of are when you move from the employment side into the self-employment, but you're still not really totally in control. And then it still stays on the active side, which is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, or there's nothing wrong with being self-employed. But if you have an entrepreneurial spirit and feel in your heart that you want more, you need to move over to the other side. Okay, and that's where we're going to take you today. We're taking you to the other side. So more control, right? You're getting onto the passive effort side of the quadrant, which is the business and the investor side. So passive effort is using leverage. What does that mean? Leverage. You're leveraging people. You're leveraging other people's time, right? So you have more control over your own life. And the right side of the money curve, this is where you want to be. And that's where we're headed right here today. All right, you are currently here. And we spoke about this a little bit on the employee side. Your boss controls your time and your money. Your boss controls your day to day. You're working 7 days a week. Sometimes you may be working 5. And it takes, you know how you're working, you're overworked, you're under a lot of pressure all week. And it literally takes 2 days, your whole weekend to even decompress, right? Ever have that feeling? I've done that before. Self-employed. So you are moving. This is creating some momentum, right? So customers control your time and money. And just like I said, if you get sick, you're self-employed. If you get sick, there's no money, right? So your customers control your time and money. And then this is where you want to be. You want to be on the business side. You control your time and money, right? And this is where you want to be. And of course, again, we spoke about the investor, money works for you. When you're on the business side, when you control your time and money, when you control and you do what you love while other people are doing everything else for you, and you're creating that residual and passive income, you have the opportunity to get into the I, investor, where money works for you. So this is where you want to be. You've got to aim for the B. You got to get onto the B quadrant. We'll explain that in more detail. Get to the B quadrant. Of course, that's the whole model of the opportunity call today, is because you are here because you want more. And we're going to give you the opportunity. We're going to hand you over the tools to do exactly that, to get you into the B quadrant. You will do what you already are doing. Isn't that phenomenal? You do what you love while you're leveraging other people to bring in the money and that residual and that passive income. Absolutely. No boss, no degree, no experience, right? It doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter how old you are. It does not matter in regards to your gender, your religion, your political views, nothing. No degree, no experience. No, it's the will. It's your will to want more. And this is why we're talking about this today. And this is where others work for you. VibeRides gains you leverage. Absolutely. And it's so exciting. So exciting. Okay. Drive share industry. The timing is right. Absolutely. The timing is phenomenal, right? So take a look at these numbers. Isn't this crazy? 98 million rideshare passengers. 98 million. Look at the size of this pie. That's a big pie. 5.3 million drivers and growing. Wow. Look at the potential. This is crazy insane. When I look at this, I look at it and I'm thinking, wow, I want a piece of that pie. But look how much more is left over. There's enough for everyone to get a piece of this pie. Because right now, 5.3 million drivers, look at how much more. We've got 98 million opportunities, basically, right? So we're going to give you that fork. We're going to give you the knife and the fork, and you can dig into this pie. This is what we're going to show you how to do that, how to dig in. So we are a mobility solutions company. VibeRides is moving, but VibeRides is moving in all kinds of ways because we have a phenomenal team. We have phenomenal leadership in Mr. Bugs, and we're constantly moving and innovating and really taking a look at what can we do to keep moving and growing. So we've started with people. We are moving people at the moment, but doesn't stop there. We are going into products. We will eventually go into services, but right now our focus is people. We need to get that right and moving, but look at the potential here. So there's a lot. So you think about 98 million pie, this is going to get more of that pie right here. All right, introducing the next generation of drive share, and that's what we're calling it. It's ride share, but it's actually drive share. We're driving momentum, we're driving opportunity, we're driving growth. That's what we do at VibeRides. And that's what you can do as well. So there's 3 ways to vibe. You can ride, you can drive, and you can overdrive. And we all want to be overdriving, right? Overdriving in opportunity, overdriving in wealth, overdriving in growth. That's where you want to be, just like the B quadrant. All right, so we can start with ride. And this is all about the ride. Why is VibeRides just different? We're different because we give rider preferences. We take customer service top-notch priority for us. Not only safety, but preferences are really important to us. And so you can customize your ride. We have girl power, which I'll explain in a little bit, which is very empowering and it's phenomenal. I just love this. And of course, we've got rider rewards. We always incentivize. We incentivize the driver as well as the rider. Why do we do that? You'll see in a minute. Okay, here's Armando. Armando, this is why we're just different. Customer service is huge for us. Why? Because that increases our possibility for revenue for you as a driver, for us as a company. We are in this together. It's a win-win for both of us. So we definitely want to take care of our riders, right? So here's Armando, and we are different because we provide an environment. Can you imagine when you get into your car every day, you set your music, you set your temperature, you set your seats to make sure you're comfortable. Well, we want to do the same thing for the rider. We want them to feel when they get into the ride that they're being driven, but they're being driven in an environment that they chose, that they would choose if they were in their own vehicle. So what we do is here, they can choose their conversation. Armando likes to talk. Okay, he likes his temperature at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's phenomenal. Here for me, this is huge. Why? I've gotten into vehicles so many times, and some people like it really cold, but then they don't realize that their guest or their rider may not like it that way. I've been in vehicles that the air conditioner is cranked and I'm freezing back there, right? So I'm like, excuse me, can you turn it down, please? Or turn it up, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, again, comfort, music. Armando likes rock and roll, and he should, because it's his ride, right? We want to take care of our riders. And of course, this is girl power. The girl power is coming soon. It's currently off at the moment, but those are options that we will provide for you and your rider. All right, additional safety. Well, here it is, girl power, absolutely. Girl power, I mean, when we started talking about this, I got excited. Why? Because we've all been in an experience where, it's really late at night, you're kind of like, I'd rather have a female driver. Well, here's an opportunity. You, as a driver, can choose a female rider. If it's late at night, same reason. And then the rider can choose a female driver. And that, if I'm thinking about my niece or my sister or my mother or a real dear girlfriend, I would want them to be able to have that option, because safety is number one for us. And it would feel really good knowing that they were driving with a female, or the driver was riding with a female. So that's the option for that. We have safety alert features, which is great. You've got access, one-click access to 911. You can share your location with a loved one so they know where you're at. Route tracking, again, that's part of the safety feature where your route can be tracked, which is phenomenal. And then we've got first name only basis, which is really good. So we don't exchange information at all. It's first name, and with no phone numbers or anything is exchanged. All right, loyalty and user benefits. Definitely Vibe Rewards. We're huge with Vibe Rewards, right? Oh, it looks like my background just came up and decided to join us at the same time. So ignore the background. But anyways, I don't know what happened. It's one of those days. But in any case, Vibe Rewards, loyalty and user benefits. Absolutely. We want you as a driver to have rewards, and we want a rider to incentivize them to get rewards, because that gets them riding even more. That gets you more drives, right? Share the vibe and get paid. Imagine that. Referrals. Oh my gosh, we refer people on a daily basis. We sell ourselves every single day, whether you realize it or not. How many times have you said to a friend of yours, hey, there's a sale on at so-and-so, go over there. They have some great products and it's on sale. Or, hey, Judy, I have this app. It helps me in regards to my scheduling. You should download it. It's really, really awesome. You should do that. Or download this app. It does this, this, and this. It's really cool. Even the other day, we were talking about posting, and then there's an app that you can utilize on Instagram that will repost for you. Didn't know anything about it. I learned something new. What did I do? I downloaded it right then and there. And that's what we do on a daily basis. This is why this is so simple. Not easy, but simple. And then, of course, travel exclusives. Oh, we gave away in the month of actually in the month of April, we gave away full all-inclusive trips to Cancun to riders to incentivize them. Isn't that phenomenal? So we'll be doing that for both you as a driver and riders as well. So it's a win-win for everyone. So we have that ability. Okay, so 3 ways. Ooh, 3 ways to earn. Wow, not just 1 way, not just 2 ways, 3 ways. As an employee, you ever get that before? 3 ways to earn? No, not where I came from. I don't know about you, but 3 ways to earn, 3 ways for opportunity, absolutely. That's what we call leverage right here. So Vibe is the next generation of drive share. That's why we call it 3 ways to earn. Listen to this. Earn when you drive, earn when others drive, earn when customers ride. Wow, let me repeat that. Earn when you drive. So you're driving and you're earning, right? But at the same time, guess what's happening? You earn when others are driving. Wow. And then you earn when customers are riding. That's pretty phenomenal. This reminds me of back in the day, and there are probably taxis around right now, right? Do you remember getting into a taxi? Many of you may have experienced this, and then they turn on the old-fashioned way where they turn on and it clicks on, and then it's clicking through your whole ride, and you're going click, 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 and then sometimes you're thinking, wow, it sounds like it's really adding up. Well, think about this. Think about this in hearing those clicks now. You want to hear those clicks. It's not like the taxi cab drivers back in the day where it's clicking and you have to pay more. This is clicks where you're going to be earning more. So all of you out there, let me know you're paying attention. You put in the chats, I want those clicks. So just put click, click, click in the chats for me and let me know. Is that what you want to hear? I want to hear that. 3 ways to earn, click, click, click. That's all you're going to remember is those clicks. And I'm going to explain that to you right now. So drive. We're into the self-employed quadrant here. We talked about employment, right? Now we're in the self-employment. So if you want to drive, that's the quadrant you'll be in. Okay. And so let me just move this box here. Okay, and when you're in the self-employment quadrant, you're in the active. Remember, we're talking about active on the left, passive on the right. Well, right now you're currently in the active income, which is fine. You can ride. You can drive. You earn when you drive 75%. So you start at 70 and you work your way up to 75%. And then you get to 75% after your first 50 rides. And of course, rides don't include fees and taxes. Why? Because the government wants those. So any fees and taxes that we take, we have to give to the government. So we don't make any money off of that. So your earnings are based on your earnings of distance for you, and that's up to 75%. Let's get over to the next. Okay, so examples. We're going to give you an example to give you a better understanding of how this works. So example is how to earn $5,000 a month driving. Now, this is just an example, and it's just, again, a disclaimer in regards to there's no guarantee on this. The guarantee is you. You're the guarantee. So whatever you invest, that's what you get in return. So you are going to get a return on your investment into this. So on an average of 17 rides, this is just an example. So average of 17 rides a day at about $15 a ride on average. And I know for a fact, and I've talked to many drivers who literally 17 rides a day is nothing. They're going up to 35 rides per day. So we just picked an average just to be conservative to let you know, and that'll get you $250 a day working, driving 20 days a month. Imagine that. So you can earn up to 5,000, this is an example, or more a month driving. Now we're going to take you to overdrive, where we want to be. So overdrive is your B quadrant. We've been talking about the B quadrant. That's where we're headed right now. That is on the passive side. Remember, we were talking about active and passive. You've just moved over to the other side. You've moved to the B quadrant, and that's your passive income. Earn when others ride, earn when others drive. Are you hearing the clicks? I'm hearing the clicks. This is where you want to be. So let me explain to you, okay? So again, remember we're talking about referrals, and sometimes you think, well, I don't know how to sell. You're giving away an opportunity for you to leverage other people, okay? So this is you, and you told 10 friends, and those 10 friends, see, it says here, each customer got their 5 for a free ride. So when they get 5, they get a free ride. And of course, they're going to share. It's free. So they're going to share it, and it ends up being, say, 50 riders now. And those 50 riders share. It adds up to 250 riders. So for a total of 310 riders total. Imagine all the sharing, and we're being conservative here. I know you talk to more than 10 people a day, a week, a month. I know you do. And I know you're always wanting, because this is who we are. We like to give things away. We like to give people opportunity. This is for free. And while you're giving it away for free, you're earning. So remember those clicks, right? So 310 riders total, $50 average per month equals $15,500. That's 3% because you earn 3% from every ride, right? That's $465 a month, a total of $5,580 a year for doing what? Passing on an app for free. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, so here's the driver passive model. Here's the other opportunity here. So this is you, and you're doing the same thing. You're passing on the opportunity to 10 drivers. So you're giving them that free app, and they are driving for you now. Remember, you're leveraging. Now you're leveraging individuals, just like you're leveraging all the riders. They're going to be taking rides. You're leveraging the drivers. They're going to drive. They're drivers. That's what they do, right? So they're fair. They're going to make about $50,000 a year driving away, right? At the same time, driving from themselves, but they're driving for you as well. And this is a total of 10 drivers for a total of $500,000 a year, okay? You get a piece of that because you're leveraging them. And 3% of that is $15,000. For what? For passing on the app. And not only passing on an app, you're passing on an opportunity for them to get into overdrive if they want, but mainly for you to leverage their time. You are definitely in the B quadrant. Okay, so we're going to explain this in detail a little bit and show you kind of the difference between the active side and the passive side. So there's nothing wrong with the active side. We're not here to talk about why you shouldn't be on the active side. If you are, that's okay. What we're here to do is show you the difference and how you can leverage and how you can get to the other side of the money curve. So in this case, you're in the E and the S, which is the employment and the self-employment quadrant. And of course, like many other rideshare companies out there, this is what they do. The company pays up your start expenses. Could be your background check, and it could be your 19-point inspection as an example. Okay, so they're gonna pay that for you, right? But one time, they're gonna pay for one time. And what do you get? You still are capped. Your earnings will still be capped between 70 and 75%. Yes, they'll give you an upstart, but what's it gonna get you? It's gonna get you to be capped again at 70 to 75%. And of course, it's a business. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna take the majority of the revenue coming in. Why? They gotta take care of themselves. So 25 to 30% of that is gonna go to shareholders. That's business, right? That's how it is. But again, remember, easy upstart, they'll pay, but you're still capped. Remember that. So here we are gonna talk about the other side of the money curve. This is where you wanna be. This is the B side, the B quadrant, right? This is phenomenal. And this is why I am so excited, because we do this every day. Own customers for life. You pass on that app, you've got them for life. It'll never stop. They'll keep riding, you keep earning. Own your own fleet for life. So you're basically passing on an app where people are driving and you're leveraging their time for life, not one time, for life. And then you can earn 70 to 75% if you're driving. So you're earning while other people drive, you're earning while other people ride, and you're earning if you decide you want to drive as well. Absolutely, you can do that. And then we've got the 12% to the drive share pool. All that money goes into a pool and then it gets distributed accordingly. Isn't that phenomenal? This is what I'm talking about. This is how you leverage. This is how you grow. This is how you grow in success, right? And then again, Mr. Holton Buggs, very generous human being. I mean, this man is a genius. He's a genius. But he also, no, it's very important to him to make sure it's a win-win for everyone. And so when we talked to him about the financial side of the company, he said to us, what do we need to run a company and have revenue and be able to keep moving and growing, but still at the same time give back? What can we do? How can we do this? What's the percentage we need? And we came up with 18% for the company. Phenomenal. Well, here we are. Get your engine started. It's time to get you going. And this is how we're going to do it. So we explained to you the tools, the information on how to be successful to get you on the other side. But this is how you're going to do it. This is how we're going to get you started. All right, so you can be a driver. You're more than welcome just to be a driver, and that's phenomenal. That is A-okay if that's what you want to do. So all you have to do is download the app. It's free. You download it, you get yourself set up and register as a driver, and we will get you rolling. We approve you and get you rolling as a driver. Then again, you have the Rider app. You can be a rider. Download that free app, and we can get you vibing as soon as you download that app. But then Vibe Overdrive Ambassador is taking you to the other side, getting you up to a new level of success. And this is how we do it. It's $49.95 business registration one time, okay? And then it's a $200 for the Overdrive pack. So it's $49.95 to give you all of the tools you need, and pay another $200. That's only $250 to leverage for life. And with that, you get one background check, one vehicle inspection, you 75% of the distance and time charges after your first 50 rides each month if you decide to drive, but you don't have to. You can still be doing what you want to do while other people are driving for you and riding for you, while you listen to those clicks, because that's what's going to be happening, right? You're going to be listening to those clicks. And this is how you get started in overdrive. So what's next? Get with the person that invited you to this call. They will lead you to exactly where you need to be. But again, choose your vibe. You can go to vibeoverdrive.com, get all signed up, but definitely get with the person that got you on this call, and let's get you vibing for life. And that's the call for today, everyone. I hope, you really take a look at this opportunity, because it's phenomenal. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this every single day. I'm excited to share it with you, and I'm excited for you, because you're on this call for a reason. You're on this call because you want to change your life. Well, we've just given you the tools. Now it's your choice. Scott, it's all you.
All right. Thank you, Angela. I really appreciate it. And I always appreciate Angela's upbeat attitude. If you, I get a chance to work with Angela every day, and the thing I just love about her is she's always upbeat and positive, no matter what. She's just always there. Anytime I talk to her, anytime I call her, she's just super upbeat person, super happy, and just a lot of fun to work with. So if you enjoyed her on her presentation today, give her a big thumbs up, everybody on the chat line. So thank you, Angela. So we had a lot of people that were new on the call today. So again, just to emphasize what happens. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays that we talked about before at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, we do this opportunity presentation. Now, I've noticed a number of you tune in more than once. That's great. And what I love about it is every time we have a different presenter. So every time we have a different presenter, they have a little bit of a different spin on the opportunity, and you learn more the more times you watch. So feel free to tune back in on a Monday, a Wednesday, or Friday and hear the presentation again. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you're a driver or if you are interested in being a driver, please join in on those dates and join us. Because what we do on those days is we do things specifically for the drivers. So I'm going to go back on Tuesday. We'll do another training this Tuesday, but this is going to be, I think, the last Tuesday in April, which was April 28th. We did a training on what it's like to go through that registration process as a new driver, what it takes to go through the background checks, the vehicle inspections. We did all of that. Then this last Tuesday, we did what we call the ping to payment. So what happens when your phone pings and you get that rider, what you go through, what the screens look like, all the way to the fee that you earn. That happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, I also noticed on the chat, we had a lot of people with lots of questions that came in. What we did on Thursday this week, which was yesterday, we basically took live questions for most of the time and answered just, I'll call it random questions that people asked. So there's a big opportunity. If you're watching and you're a driver, watch the session from yesterday or from Tuesday. We record them all. They're on Facebook at VibeRides. You can go on there and you can watch any of the trainings that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Great information there, so I'd welcome you all to tune in. Like Angela said, if you're on this call, this is a great opportunity. If somebody invited you to this call, please get back with them today and talk about this opportunity. We have a lot of fun here at VibeRides. It's always a good time. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Really appreciate everybody's participation. Hope to see you back here next week on a call, and have a safe weekend, and hopefully we'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining in with us today. Bye.